You are live. Thumbs up. We're live. Anybody out there?
Live.
You gotta mute it.
Malfunction
Thumbs
here.
up. We're live.
Guys, thank you all for joining in tonight. This Tuesday, lovely night to talk about many things and everything. Today it's Lone Star Podcast. I'm here with Billy Perez. Billy, say something.
Co-host, how you doing, guys? Super Tuesday. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's gonna be so good that we're gonna skip sports today, brother. Like you said, Isaac, that's go watch ESPN this time. So
we want to, first of all, give a special shout out. Today's show is brought to you by Mezcal Pistolero. Thank you very much, Victor Lozoya, for providing us a lovely sample. Nice sample we got here. And we really appreciate it. So we got a special show sponsor. Quick shout out, Victor Lozoya. Thank you. Pistolero, Mezcal. If you haven't had it before, please go out and get it. I've tasted it. And
we partied with Victor with it before.
Woo.
With some good old ribeyes. Shout out to Victor Lozoya, my friend, our good friend, Victor.
Victor,
hope you're joining us if you're watching. Also, shout out to Paco Carmona that's out there watching.
Shout out to Paco.
I got a new nickname for that guy.
What's that?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone?
Paco Carmona. So shout out to Paco Carmona from
Paco,
Wagon Wheel.
If you're watching, what do you think? Yellowstone?
We want to hear, is Yellowstone, guys, anybody that knows Paco Carmona from Wagon Wheel? The guy's a Carhartt jacket, cowboy, gun, whip, cowboy rider. Is it good to nickname him Paco Yellowstone Carmona?
Paco, what do you think? Paco's there. We see him out here. He's in the comments.
He's there. Talk to us, Paco. There he is. Yellowstone. Look at that guy. That guy has got to be the guy from Yellowstone.
Shout out to Joey.
Joey, a.k.a. in jail, Facebook, Joey.
That guy cannot, it's sometimes like you see, right? Even out here in the real world, you look at it and, you see some people that may, just can't stay out of trouble. That's Joey right there.
Joey, right?
He just cannot stay out of Facebook jail.
Yes. He looks like Rip. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I was telling Isaac, like, where do we start? There's some stuff going on, some shaky stuff going on in Memo Robinson Street.
Guys, I can't see anything. I had to drive by there several times today. The only thing you can see going down Memo Robinson is just dust.
Dust. But it's so weird. So many years that street's been all fucked up, and now all of a sudden there's moolah, there's elections coming up, and
it's kind of
miraculously that street's gonna be fixed up.
It's kind of how we mentioned that there was never a permanent fix out there, and yes, it took over 8 years for it to get resolved or for something to be done. Before, what they would send out was this truck, and this truck has emulsion, some oil in it that is something kind of like tarry substance. Yes. That turns into a solid, and it'll fix your little pothole for the time being. The only thing is that we live out here in Eagle Pass, the border, where it's hot as hell here. It's easy to reach 100 degrees on any given day during the summer, in the fall. And that's what makes things like that just difficult to put out there, because why? It melts. The cars go over it. They warp it. It rains heavily. What happens? It washes it out all that compound, and what you're left is with the same potholes before. So our thing that we've been pointing out. Also, a shout out to Rodolfo Banda that's been pointing these things out.
Oh yeah, very good guy for the community
on social media. A big shout out to him, doing his own way of shouting out, letting people know what's going on. You have all of a sudden, all of this equipment is mobilized. Now there's money to go into Memo Robinson. The Memo Robinson is pretty much a damn thoroughway into all Precinct 4 in the back.
Which is a big area in Maverick County.
Which is a huge area, a huge section south of Eagle Pass in Maverick County. And the thing is that why did they have to wait 8 years or
10 years?
This very moment now that coincidentally the commissioner of Precinct 2 is running again for a re-election. So what do you think?
I mean, it doesn't take a genius to understand what the matter of what's going on. I mean, all of a sudden they're going to start fixing that road, you know. They're going to start fixing the road with the money. And I'm hoping that, you know, de algo malo tiene que salir algo bien, I would think, because that street is messed up. I do not live in that precinct, but I mean, like you say, I do have some relatives, some friends, and there's a few taco places that I know. A friend of mine, Danny, that has a good taco place in that area. So, you know, it's a gateway to Radar Elementary, to many streets, to elementary school, and then you know, anything.
You also got Henry B. Gonzalez in the.
Oh, that you
got
there
too.
Like I said, and then first responders that go through there, and you know, it costs vehicles their suspensions to be messed up. So, anyways, we can go on and on, but the point of the matter is that how ironically elections are coming up. There's funds available. And now they're going to start fixing it up. And again, guys, we got to be very, very aware. There will be some candidates coming up running against.
Now, let's dig a little bit deeper into Memo Robinson. Now, one thing we don't want to sound like is that, you know, we're complaining about something, you know, it's finally being done. Yes, it's finally being done. We're happy that the fact that they're fixing the road, you know, it was very much needed. And it's good that they're fixing the road. We're not trying to put bad light into fixing that road because it was needed. Now, what we are saying is that why such a timing? Why does it have to hit at this time all of a sudden? Because Memo Robinson has been a place of trouble where it gets flooded. Back in 2013, I believe it was, when it was widespread massive flooding that we had never seen before. Correct me if I'm wrong on the date, 2013, but ever since then, I mean, Memo Robinson has been destroyed as many, you know, roads in the city and in the county, and none of them really got addressed. Now they're shoving a lot of money into Precinct 3, into Precinct 2. I'm sorry. Yes. Now, such an enormous amount of money that where commissioners are coming out. Specifically, Commissioner Precinct 3, Precinct 4 commissioners, Roberto Ruiz and Olga Ramos, respectively.
That's correct.
Are coming out and they're not complaining, but they're letting their voice be heard on the unfair funding that's going on. Now, we looked back into the records whenever they were going to have the last election, and you know, some of those precincts that were up for re-election magically received, you know, a lot more of the, you know, a big chunk of the funding that was available because they were running. I mean, that's what we can only confirm, because it's a pattern that does.
And now, and let's wait for the videos and Commissioner Precinct 2, this and this and that, and a levantarse el cuello, because they're gonna come out. Make no mistake about it. And like I said, at the end of the day, you know, si algo malo tuvo que salir de esta situación, something bad had arise out of this situation, was the fact that, you know, that specific street, Memo Robinson, is gonna be fixed. And, you know, I mean, it's been years since they've been half-assing that street, like you say, Isaac, and you explain it with the blacktop and the dirt and half-assing it over and over and over and over. You know, they need to fix Jardines Verdes. Lupe Castro Hernandez, thank you for your comment, Lupe. Hey guys, anybody wants to comment, feel free to send a comment. Let us know if you have any questions or anything that's going on, any streets or any concerns. Today, there's not going to be no sports, no nothing. It's going to be strictly politically. The rise. Oh, there's Yellowstone. There's my man, Paco Carmona.
Big
What's
shout out
up?
to Paco.
Paco Carmona from Wagon Wheel Smokehouse and Saloon. We were there this weekend. Thank you, Paco, for hospitality for my brother's birthday bash. But again, guys, if you have any concerns about any other any other precinct or anything that's going on, feel free to let us know here at the Lone Star Podcast and send us a question. We're here to see what we can do about it and bring up. But the big cojones today was that Memo Robinson started being fixed, which I'm sure a lot of the people are very grateful there.
Well, see, there's actually another thing that came to light this time. Today that I noticed in watching the city council meeting. It was very interesting on what. And yes, we did advertise our special sponsor for today's episode, Pistolero Mezcal. Only the best. Thank you, Victor Lozoya, for sending us a sample.
The best one in Mexico, the number one seller in Mexico, and pretty soon the number one seller tequila in mezcal in the United States. So stay tuned. Like I said, Pistolero, bang, bang, Bon Jovi, bad medicine right here, you know. So shout out to Victor Lozoya. And guys, Isaac, you go first.
Go ahead.
Okay. We're going to be having sponsors. We're going to be looking for sponsors in about 2 or 3 weeks. So anybody that wants to line up small businesses or anything like that, contact Isaac or myself, and we'll be more. Isaac already got his first sponsor, and for the record, right? Mm-hmm. You know, Victor Lozoya is playing chess, not checkers, ahead of the game.
Thank you very much, Victor Lozoya. Great sample. We're going to have a little crack open at this in a little bit after. We don't want to do it during the show.
No, because we start talking too much shit.
Yeah. And somebody starts saying a little more bad words than they should.
And somebody's going to go, so.
Yeah.
It's all good, you know.
So back to the city council meeting. So today there was a city council meeting that we wanted to let you guys know about something that was going on. So they had the nomination, or they had it opening for discussion. Who should take over the term for Miss Pro Tem Yolanda
Ramon.
Miss Yolanda Ramon? I'm sorry. For this. So for this city council meeting, they were actually discussing the overturn of one of the boards that they have there that had to deal with planning and zoning. And what this board does for planning and zoning, there's one person from the city council and or mayor selected to be a part of this board, which is a zoning and planning board. Now, one of the things that kind of, you know, was a little bit funny to us was that the fact that there was a nomination to have Ms. Ramon continue her term in there as the planning and zoning, in the board for planning and zoning. Now, we know she'll be up for a re-election sometime in the near future, correct?
But I believe that she can't run anymore.
No, she can't. Oh, well, I'm sorry, not for re-election, but her 8 years will be coming up soon.
To an end.
She was to an end,
yes.
And she was nominated for this board. Now, the person that nominated her for this board or suggested, you know, was Councilman Diaz. Now, my question is that if you have somebody that deals and has, you know, 20 plus experience in real estate, planning and zoning, you know, that could really help you out. And it's even one of the platforms that the councilwoman ran on. I'm talking about Councilwoman Monica Cruz. why would they not? And Miss Monica, I think, spoke out and suggested or expressed interest in serving in this board, and ultimately, it was not. It was brought to a discussion. There was a motion to nominate Miss Yolanda Ramon by Councilman Diaz. Councilman Billy Davis was not present, so there was a second that had to be given, and I believe that was done by I'm not sure who gave the second, but ultimately it was voted to go towards having Yolanda Ramon on this board, and that's with
Very interesting.
Yeah, and that's with Monica Cruz having experience and dealing directly with planning and zoning. Now, you have my question is being with Elias Diaz making this suggestion motion, which as a councilman he has a right to, but he also serves on behalf of the city council on a mental health board because he's a mental health professional.
That's correct.
Because he has experience in that particular field.
So it's obvious that it's good to appoint him, right?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, of course, we want somebody that knows about mental health in a board about mental health that could help the community on mental health, which is why I would want somebody that knows about planning and zoning, about those kind of regulations in planning and zoning board. Why? So they can help the community. But that's not the way it worked out.
And that's where the question arises, right?
I mean, it just goes to show you that we're not sure what's going on here. But I mean, if councilwomen, councilmen, mayors, councilpersons, if they really want to do what is good for the community, why not do the right thing?
Yeah, you put the right people that have experience with that realm of zoning and stuff like that. Like I said, I can't comment too much on the zoning area because I'm not very. I don't have a lot of experience like that, Isaac. I know you do, but one thing I do know for sure, like if there's a position for a mechanic, you don't put a janitor to
Absolutely,
get a transmission off a car.
Mm-hmm.
You put at least an assistant mechanic or a mechanic that has done it for 8-10 years or something like that. But yes, I know what you mean. And
somebody that has dealt with that situation or directly or either indirectly, you know what I mean? But that's why you would want that experience there. I mean, I assume that's
competent people that are gonna know what they're doing or understand the lingo, the process, pretty much situations like that. I mean, you can't. But again, maybe
now what I kind of want to go back to on this, could this possibly be a form of retaliation towards Miss Monica Cruz because of her stance with the budget that she has been, abstaining from voting in approval of the budget? Could that be the reason why this is all of a sudden coming up to block her from being able to actually make a difference? Because we know that suggestions have to come from these boards. They hit city council. City council ultimately approves.
Well, I mean, let's not hope that our council's not starting to look like a vendetta council here in the city of Eagle Pass. Let's stop. Because if it's gonna start going, becoming a personal vendetta against each other, then it only is gonna split everything in half. And us as citizens of Eagle Pass, we vote for you guys, for city councils, for mayors, to do the right thing, and not for them to become personal vendettas. And one might say, well, Monica drew first blood. Well, Monica is arising good questions that the common citizen would be asking in that share. Monica's not going anywhere outside, she's staying the course.
I have a quick correction. It's for the Maverick County Appraisal District Board.
Oh.
Okay, so a person with the experience that Monica Cruz has, as her experience, her career, would definitely fit because an appraisal district appraises houses and works directly in
Values.
the kind of work that she's in. So that's a quick correction that we had to make there. But I'm sorry.
No, like I said, many things. Like I said, is just hope that at the end of the day, our city councilman doesn't become a vendetta against one each other. You know, against a mayor versus a city councilman, two city councilmen, because you guys, as a council, as mayors or mayor and council, you guys are there to make the city of Eagle Pass go forward. You know, the agenda lately in this coming years is to change Eagle Pass and Maverick County for the positive of the community of Eagle Pass, to go forward, to make this city grow and become stronger and better than ever. You know, a lot of businesses are going to start coming. But again, businesses are not dumb. They will look at every little thing. They will, I'm sure they're going to look at backgrounds of how the community sticks together. What's the first thing they're going to look if any business wants to come in? How are leaders running our city? How are judges and county commissioners running our city? You know, are they strong? Are they weak ass? Or are they split? You know, am I taking millions of dollars to city of Eagle Pass where they're not working together, Isaac? I mean, businesses are gonna, before they start investing millions and millions of dollars, that's the first thing they see. And
now, I would say that there is an argument, Billy, that we can say, seeing how things have developed lately, that there is a divide, that city council isn't necessarily in unison or as a unit as they once were, because maybe they were at one point in the past couple of years, but right now they're not. And I think it has to do a lot with the transition of new councilwomen and a new mayor coming in, and people are just trying to find their, footing, so to speak, But I think it's fair to say that, and this is an opinion, of course, that there is a divide within city council, that there is a separation, just with the fact of how the budget was going earlier today. Last month, and there is something not running at full force, so to speak. Now,
and we want to start the council and our mayor and the city council to start going full force and going forward, because if it's gonna become, and I was even mentioning it with a friend of mine earlier today, which is a teacher, I was like, they're becoming like a little civil war inside the city of Eagle Pass chamber. That's what I'm starting to feel like. And again, guys, I haven't been to the meetings and stuff like that at the city hall, because right now I feel it's still a little bit too premature for me to be there and getting information, whether it's analytical numbers or future, plans that the city of Eagle Pass might have. But one thing I do hear, and that's why we're talking about it, Isaac, right now, is because of the community can see that little division, and unfortunately, hopefully it doesn't become vendettas because Monica beat a relative or her or whatever, and make no mistake about it, I hear good things that Monica's doing in the city and are raising good questions. Rolando's getting involved in the community a lot, which is good, keeping us up to date on many things, which is awesome. The transparency, hopefully we work or the city starts working in a little bit better on hiring the process, Isaac. The hiring process, mi cuñado, mi primo, mi cuñado, all that shit needs to stop. I was talking to a girl from Austin, and she was telling me, she said what everybody in Eagle Pass is. She's an educated person. She works for Apple in Austin. I said, I wish I could go work to Eagle Pass, but look at what's happening. They hire their in-laws, they hire their cousins. Why would I go back to work there, Billy, if I'm not even going to have a shot of getting selected when I'm the most qualified person? I'm most qualified than many, and I don't get selected. So, again, that's the trend that we're trying to turn around, as being a little bit of a voice here in the community of Eagle Pass. You, Isaac, myself, Billy Perez. Hopefully, we can turn stuff like that around.
Now, and that goes to what I'm saying is that it seems a familiar story is being played out in the city council as in commissioner's court. Because in commissioner's court, there is no if, ands, or buts about it. There is a north and a south. There is a majority and a minority. And we see, we can see what's going on there.
We got a tyrant.
We're flipping back from what we were talking about before with the city. Now we're going back with the county, and it's not even how do they say in plain view. You know what I mean?
It's so
They're not trying to hide it. They're not trying to.
It's so thick in the air that you can touch it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that I think, and this is my opinion, that our elected officials think us as a community, they think we're dumb. They think we don't know any better. They think are not concerned with our community. And I know as a parent, and Billy as well, that there's nothing greater that a parent wants than a better community for their children, whenever they're not around anymore, and for their grandchildren and generations on. You want a better community than what you lived in.
And go ahead and bring out Ray Vasquez's comment, what he just posted. That's a very good comment. That's why the private sector professionals, these Eagle Pass and welfare, like tax-funded employees, are content. And the main word there is content, because for the past, I'm gonna just throw in that number. Past 30, 35 years, I want to say since I turned 17, which I'm not going to tell you how old I am right now, but I want to say the past 30 years, people have been content with Maverick County. And you know what all these goddamn freaking politicos are doing? They're doing all their shit, and they see that Maverick County doesn't get involved. So guess what they do? They start doing whatever the heck they want. It only takes 2,000 to 3,000 people, 4,000, 46 Billy. 3 or 4, 5, 6,000 people voting Eagle Pass when there's 28, 30,000 people eligible to vote. That's a very unfortunate number. And hopefully this election coming up, I'm going to do my due diligence to make a difference. And just like me, just like Isaac, we're asking the community to step up and let the best man win. And, hopefully, but we can't be bitching when we don't get out there and we don't take action, Isaac. That's basically what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, we vote them out there. Shout out to Marta Velasquez in H-Town, Houston, Texas. Marta, hope you're doing good.
Now, going along those lines, one of the things that we need to mention is how the system is, and the way that Billy was mentioning. Now, this system is designed to discourage people to go vote. People, for whatever reason, we're notoriously known for not voting here on the border and the southern Texas, southwest Texas border. It's a ridiculous, I think, what is it, less than 10% vote, somewhere 13.
It's ridiculous.
It's under 20% of the
which is a very, very low number.
Voters go and vote. Now, what that favors, guys, is people that assist. It's called vote harvesting. Now that's who this helps out. When there's a low voter turnout, who do you think gets the most votes? And those are the votes that are being, hey, if you want to work for me, or keep working for me, you better tell this person, that person, this person, I need 20 votes from them. I need 20 votes from them. I need 20 votes from them. And that's the way the situation here is being ran in the compadre sector, to where, hey, go help me, go help you, this and that. You better get these votes done now. There's been several, not confirmed, but there's been several reports that have come out about employees being harassed, employees being told that they better make a vote a certain way whenever it comes elections times. Yes. Now, we've been trying to get a hold of these people to have an interview with them so you guys can hear for yourself. But on the Rising Texan podcast, sorry, I had to throw that out. Buddy.
Yes, that's okay, buddy.
But we do want to see what is right and what is just in Maverick County.
You know, no te vayas tan lejos. They got your camarada, whatever his name is, you know, working for the county, yelling like a dumbass on the elections and shit like that. I mean, those are the type of people that are representing our county judge. You know, unfortunately, that's, to me, if I was a county judge, I would be embarrassed to have people yelling stupidity. You know, I mean, look, and let's be honest, that guy, whoever was, I don't even want to mention his name because I don't like to give glory to people that don't even deserve it. But that big dude there yelling stuff, nomás la gente lo estaba viendo que estaba ahí con Luis Fuentes and make Luis Fuentes look ridiculous by having those type of people there yelling stupid remarks and bringing, you know, he's trying to, oh, well, I'm a big shot, cholo, whatever, you know. You guys want to have those type of people yelling stupid remarks there, yelling loud. And the only thing that happened was that the mayor, Cifuentes, and that guy were the only two idiots looking like a fool. That's all that they may do. That's what it made, you know. People were voting for Rolando and asking, hey, why is that guy yelling? That's the type of people that are supporting Luis Fuentes, and people see things. And again, going back to the voter turnout, Isaac, we need to step up. We need customs, border patrol, CBPs, law enforcement, all you people, you vote. You can't sit this time. You cannot be sitting on the back seat and not coming out to vote. There's a lot of people, a lot of families that can go out and vote, Isaac, and it's very, very important that come this election, you know, these people are, God knows what they're doing with all those funds. You see, and guess what? They do pop out when it comes to election time. You see, look at Memo Robinson all of a sudden. But like I said, well, the good thing is that the community is going to have that street fixed. And hopefully, you know, God knows there's no water under the bridge there going on. So, you know, it's very, very important. Exactly. Don't sit on the sidelines. All those teachers, you know, don't sit on the teachers. There's border patrols, and then there's also the private sector. We need to go out and vote and make a difference. Yeah, change is coming 2.0, and we better get on the ball. We better start moving now, you know, because November comes, we better start getting ready to support the candidate. And whoever you want to endorse or support, it's going to be up to you. But exercise that God-given right that makes this country so great. Isaac.
Billy, you went off on a little tangent there, but thank you for your information. I mean, you're right, because a lot of people, and that's what you hear from everybody.
Yeah.
The thing that's coming out, the things that people are saying is that we are tired of the regular. We are tired of what's going on.
The same fucking shit for the last 30 years.
And guys, we actually have a poll right now that we were talking about. If you're still watching it from Facebook, do you think Luis Fuentes will run for office again? Now, we want to hear what, since you brought it up, Luis Fuentes did lose from City of Eagle Pass mayor to Rolando Salinas, and Rolando Salinas has been running the show as mayor now. But we're curious because we have heard from...
Well, let's get the cat out of the hat, or what do you say it? If he's trying to... Cat out of the bag. If he's trying to run against a commissioner... I personally told him he better save his energy and his money, because how dare do you decide to run against a commissioner that's doing a heck of a job, that's being transparent, and that's being there for the people? Why would I want to run against somebody that's doing a great job? You know, because, you know, according to him, he told me he had no ties to... According to Luis Fuentes, his answer to me, Billy Perez from the Lone Star podcast, according to him, and I have to prove Luis Fuentes, is that he said he had no ties to the tyrant that's running the county right now, according to him. But yet, when he was running, COVID hits, hires his brother, all the same people that are with the tyrant are with him, and he still has that tenacity to send me a message that he runs against his own. And if Luis Fuentes, if you're out there, prove me wrong right now. I'm calling you out right now, because I have the facts here. So,
guys, so we'll leave that poll open for a little bit longer. If you guys can access it right now, we have, as you can see on your screen, if you're watching on Facebook, do you think Luis Fuentes will run for office again?
Good luck.
67% say yes, 33% say no, and that's only a few people that have voted. So make sure to make your vote count. Candidates aligned. Let's see. Salcedo's the line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good comment there, Chloe Rodriguez, which is a great follower. Anybody that aligns with David Salcedo, good luck, because there's a Bible verse that says, "Behold the pale horse, that the man that rode upon him was death, and hell was coming with him." So you guys want to align with David Salcedo? Good luck. Good fucking luck. Because guess what? The community's fucking tired.
What I think, and I think that what's going to end up happening is that anybody that, the way Chloe is saying, anybody who aligns with the infamous judge is going to have a very, very difficult time being reelected. And I think we mentioned about that was quite possibly the kiss of death to Luis Fuentes,
aligning with the tyrant,
being so closely handed with David Salcedo, the Merritt County judge. Now, one thing that I want to ask while we're here, Billy, I know you and Rolando, you helped out his campaign. You were a big supporter and everything. Now, would you say that he has a similar alignment, or what is the difference between him and?
Well, there's a lot of people that have reached out to me,
okay,
saying that they're ready to support the candidate that's going to run against David Salcedo. And again, I do not represent anybody at this point right now, and I can't speak for anybody because of certain positions that the person that's going to decide to run, and I can't speak for him and stuff like that. But I will tell you one thing. A lot of people are getting ready to be in support of ousting the tyrant, Isaac. The people, the community, they're tired. They're tired of being dándoles a tole con el dedo. Isaac.
Now, let me ask you this. You personally, your opinion. Who are good candidates out there?
Well, in this case, we're gonna need somebody with, how can I say it, political background. So, and there's really not many out there, Isaac, and I hate to say it, and there's one that can beat him, and that's gonna beat him, but there's another candidate that decided not to run for specific reasons, because again, we try to shy away from, unfortunately, we can't have the husband, the wife, and the tío all in commissioners all at the same time. So unfortunately, I believe that those persons that they got together, we don't need another Democrat, but unfortunately, Joey, this is a Democratic county. Hopefully, we look forward to changing it if we can. It's looking good, Joey. So just to answer you that question, but it's coming. We just need to connect the right dots, Isaac, right now. Right now, it's almost there. What's going to happen, and little also, again, once that time comes and election time comes, go out and vote. Eagle Pass. It's very, and I say it in every podcast that we have, Isaac. Remember, City of Eagle Pass also votes. It's not just the counties outside, Isaac. It's very important to let the community know that it does not only just outside the city limits, it's inside the city limits too also. I want to send a quick shout out to my buddy David Jimenez, sheriff deputy. Great guy. The guy's always protecting our county. Prison 2. He's everywhere. Shout out to the Maury County Sheriff's Office too. I see him patrolling a lot. Law enforcement, Eagle Pass Police Department. Also, every time I get to my house, I see them on their Ford pickups of Code 3 running. Which that's another little thing before we shy off. We're gonna be speaking also in a couple of minutes about the November 1st date for the Border Patrolmen, that if you don't get vaccinated by orders of the president, there will be terminated according to the press. So, we've been hearing this stuff for a while already, and it's very sad. So make sure that us as a community support our local Border Patrol. They're going through a hard time right now. And, they just finished with this mess going on in Del Rio, and now they dropped this big bomb on them. And it's so weird, Isaac, because shall we start shifting or we continue? They just finished the mess in Del Rio, what's going on over there. And as I was hearing this gentleman speaking today on C-SPAN, and the guy says, well, wait a minute. You want our Border Patrols to be vaccinated, but yet you're letting 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 unvaccinated people into the United States. Where's the logic in that, Isaac? So
now, and I think that this is a situation that's going on all across the border. And the thing that does not help is having these non-governmental entities that are offered money by the government, federal NGOs, yes, non-governmental entities, and they're being offered money to house, to transport, to do all sorts of kind of stuff to help assist these people coming over. Now, it's not that we have anything wrong with these people coming over, but there is a process, there is a law. Just like if you want to be able to do something in our country, you can't break laws. So why are other people able to break laws? And that's the thing that we're not trying to get. And now they're trying to mandate vaccinations to federal employees. And that's the difference.
Joey's crazy.
And
that's where you get banned, Joey. Shit like that.
And that's the thing that we're having to go through as a community, especially out here in the border.
And it's very unfortunate that this is going on, Isaac. A friend of mine, hardcore Democrat, posted, if I would have known this shit was going to happen in 8 months, I would have never voted Biden, And at least she was honest. And she had the tenacity to put it in her Facebook. So many people feel like that. Look at the stadiums, Isaac, yelling like crazy.
And what are they saying?
Fuck Joe Biden.
And to me,
fuck Joe Biden. Can we say it on the Lone Star? Fuck Joe Biden.
And the thing is that
let's go, Brandon. Oh, we'll talk about that, Isaac. Real quick. Go on, but
no, go ahead.
Put what Isaac Ray Vasquez. Look at how the media is. They were Brandon won the NASCAR 500 or whatever that race car bullshit is, and everybody was yelling "fuck Joe Biden," and then look, the reporter says, "Look, they're yelling, let's go, Brandon." Like that's the definition of how the media will spin shit right in front of our faces.
It's whatever. It's the inconvenient truth that they avoid. And that's what we always try to bring you here. On our show, The Rising Texan, and bring you also here on the Lone Star podcast, whether people get uncomfortable, whether people are upset at some of the comments.
The truth hurts.
Pero we try to keep it.
Hey, Billy, ¿cómo estás? Te miras bien gordito. Pues You think I feel happy about it? Que me gané. Estás gordito, pues. Like, I'm pissed. That's why I go to work out and try to pump a little bit of weight there, here and there, you know. But the truth will hurt. It hurts. It cala, duele, English or Spanish. It hurts. But I hate it when this media spins shit. I think it's unbelievable how they spin it. And unfortunately, it was right in our own faces. So it's not fuck Joe Biden anymore. It's what let's go Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
It's unbelievable of every stadium, and then I also heard it that it's starting to happen in the NFL.
Happening in the NFL as well. Wow.
Joey, hope you don't get banned from.
Con las dos, mano.
Con las dos. Okay. Hi, Joey.
And we did, guys, post the GoFundMe page. Again, you guys recall that we are in currently fighting a battle, a David versus Goliath, where we're being bullied and we're being picked on because we are currently the smallest news media. And this is talking about the rise in Texas media. And that's why we posted the GoFundMe page. If you guys can help us out, let us know. We got some good information there.
The recent vaccine death report aids them being able to refuse those mandates as an immoral orders by the commander-in-chief. Commander-in-chief.
Now, there is a lot of people that are saying that the current president, Joe Biden, does not fit, cannot, does not fit, does not go. Couldn't avoid that comment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a big stack of paperwork back there that he sent. I feel bad for the trees because there was so much paperwork that I don't know how many trees they had to kill to send me that lawsuit. But yes, and that's why we got this.
I feel bad for Governor Abbott having a hypocrite standing next to his shoulder.
But they take good pictures.
Oh yeah, fuck, the pictures come out fucking great.
They take good pictures.
You know, there's some people that I don't fucking like, Isaac, and I'm not gonna stand in their shoulders and take a fucking picture with them, especially when I don't agree with, their agenda. But so anybody have any questions out there? Go ahead, send your comments. Also, like and share the page so we don't have a commander now. Because I mean, we got a fucking mummy running the nation. The guys have dead, and again, he doesn't know the difference between a sneeze and a wet fart. And then we got a vice president, and I will reiterate it again, Isaac. So let me get this shit straight. We get a vice president elected or to run with the Biden, and he wins. He picks a vice president from California, which unfortunately is the worst fucking state to live in. Everybody leaving California. And where the fuck are they coming to live?
Texas. Everybody wants to live in Texas right now, guys.
Everybody, where does in his thick fucking head was he thinking of getting Kamala Harris? ¿Cómo le dices, Isaac? Kamala Harris.
And this is in Texas where you can get your mezcal pistolero. Sponsor of our show today.
I was also good. Another topic that we need to bring up: Civil War. What do you guys think of the topic when you guys hear Civil War and you see all this shit going on here in the United States? I want to hear you guys comment when you hear the word Civil War. A lot of shit. President don't give a shit about our law enforcement. What's the name? Mayorga acting stupid and getting torn apart by the Senate. I mean, what do you guys think when you hear the word Civil War? I'll tell you one thing. The Republicans have all the fucking guns, Bubba. I don't know a Democrat that knows how to fire an AR-15. Pedro, Joe, that where is she? Where's Kamala? I mean, where has she been?
And I think that this is gonna have a huge. I think that we're gonna have a huge impact when it comes to the midterms coming up, and you're gonna see a little bit of a difference
Swing.
in between red and blue, and I think it's gonna be a noticeable difference. Noticeable.
Yes, because enough is enough. I mean, and
Aframayel, what local government are you talking about, Aframayel?
I think he missed the first part of my head.
Yeah.
So the scary part is that we're barely into 11 months into this administration. Isaac, that's the scary part. Y no le deseo la muerte a nadie, but unfortunately, and I'm very, as a monster that people think that I am, I'm very respected, and I do recognize Joe Biden as our president. If something happens to our president, guess who's going to be the president of the United States? Kamala Harris.
Local politician family members retaliating against anyone going against their family members.
Well, we already know about that, Aframayel. Unfortunately,
I mean, Aframayel, if you want, you have any information or anything like that, we can go ahead and bring you on. We can talk about it. That way we can find out specifically what's going on with that. And we would love to bring it up or talk about it here on the Lone Star Podcast.
That's correct. Yes. Also, I understand that. I mean, a lot of parents are starting to speak up. A lot of concerns are being brought up, and now they're being categorized as being bad people. And I don't want to use the word that Ray just put out there. But unfortunately, again, that's why. Unfortunately, that's when I say the word civil war. What do you guys think when you guys hear the word civil war?
To me, if you ask me, that's our community right now.
Well, yeah, para que no vamos tan lejos, ¿verdad?
That's our community right now. I think that's our state right now.
And eventually our nation.
And it is our nation right now.
Yeah.
It's just that we're not using weapons at the moment. Well, we are using weapons. There is weapons being used, but it's mental warfare that's going on. They're going.
We're in modern Cold War everywhere. Shout out to my son Chris Perez that's finally decided to watch me on the podcast. That was my son Chris Perez, the one that.
Hey, big shout out to Chris Perez.
Chris.
Yeah, I mean there is a division everywhere, and you see it local, you see it statewide, and you see it at a nation unfolding as we speak. And it's going to continue to get worse, I believe. I think we have yet to see what it is right now. We have Joey here saying that it's digital warfare. I've been seeing some reports also coming out about the Facebook whistleblower.
Ooh, that was a bomb.
Now, there's a lot of stuff going on, and as you guys know, sometimes
estaba así en chinga el pinche Zuckerberg fucking deleting everything and shredding everything, brother.
So, Facebook has got a problem.
Well, here's the little thing that I've made a little research of what I've heard is that they were collecting or taking money to embed into the Facebook viewers hate. And it did work for a lot of people because a lot of people, Taiwan is getting ready for war. That is correct. Joey, you've been doing your homework. Taiwan is getting ready for, China is very close. And once they take out China, they're going to go after, I want to say Australia. What's that? A big island?
Well, you see, I think if Taiwan and China start getting into war, it's going to be World War III again. It's going to escalate to where allies are going to be chosen, and there's going to be certain things, not just for us to see as the public, but there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes things, and it could be very bad because China has been inching and has been trying to gain access to United States, just in our, not even our backyard, our next door neighbors in Del Rio. They have wind farms trying to buy out wind farms. Exactly.
Hawaii, that brand was banned from here from the United States because it was giving a lot of fucking information to it's a Chinese-based company. It's a cellular company, Hawaii, or I don't know if you recall a couple of years. I remember seeing that brand. I know that there was a phone company, a cellular company selling it, and it was a very generic brand. And I would always wonder why it was so cheap. But guys, do your homework because there's a lot of shit that nosotros vamos a dormir and we have our our cereals like Ziki, but we don't know what the fuck's going on out there. And and I'm not trying to scare the community or anything like that, but I'm aware. I'm always aware of local, state, and government, entities of what's going on around the world. It's very important because, if for you guys that don't know that China's getting close to attack, it's getting scary. So that's the thing that we need to be aware of all that stuff. But going back to our border patrols, man, it's a very sad story. I hope something, I talked to a buddy of mine, Borstark, my buddy Calderon from New Mexico. And I asked him, guys, you guys don't have a union where you can protect from this shit? And he goes, yes, we do. But since it's an order from the commander-in-chief, which is the president of the United States, they can't fucking overcome that shit, Isaac. It's fucking crazy out there.
So then what do you need a union for, right?
Yeah. Because he was telling me if he would have been through the Congress or shit like that, they could have overcome stuff like.
No, the president is awarded commander-in-chief, and those are special rights that he has in certain
that you cannot overcome.
Yeah. There's certain circumstances that he can take over and does take over, and he cannot be questioned.
Yeah.
And
there's a very good video, by the way, that came out about a week ago, and it's like 2020 or Time in Australia, and great video. I say we start local, take out the trash in our home, then we move up. I feel your pain, Martinez. I feel your pain, buddy. But unfortunately, right now we're still a Democratic county and a Democratic state and a Democratic nation. When the time comes and the way it goes back from within, I definitely need to change. Man, my son all of a sudden commenting like crazy.
That's good.
Maybe he.
Well, we don't know if you guys have any last final thoughts on today. I know we kind of touched on everything a little bit here, a little bit there, but we still have that poll.
Anybody that has a little small business that wants to sponsor the Lone Star, just like Pistoleros Tequila did it, feel free to reach out with Isaac, send him a message. And
again, Victor Lozoya, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by and dropping us off.
We're going to save this bottle for when the first shot gets fired. When the first Civil War gets fired, the first shot.
We know we have a pistolero on our side.
We got a pistolero in our side. This is good talk. Haha, sorry. Of course, mijo, it's good talk. So I don't have to do a DNA test on my son because little fucker, he's right there. But let's see. Rap Country, well, let Grant know, Grant Bibb, and we'll get him. We'll put something, a package together. Saludos, Jorge Martinez. Great gentleman, great business. He owns a flower shop company here. I want to say it's up on Siloam, George. When I get married, I want you to do all my wedding setup and my flowers and everything, Jorge. So anybody needs wedding information or flowers and a setup, reach out to Jorge Martinez. Great guy. So saludos and God bless you, brother. Isaac.
All right, guys. Well, it's been great this past hour. Catch us again next Tuesday. 9 o'clock. We'll be here with the Lone Star Podcast with Billy Perez. I'm Isaac Reese. We're out, guys.
Peace out.